This is a really interesting scene which is on a lekythos which dates to the 4th century BC, and I thought I'd take the time to talk a bit about it. To start with, I've said this is a lekythos, and for some of you, you might think this doesn't look like one, and it is quite unusual because normally lekythoi are quite narrow Greek vases. They're quite small, they're usually white, and they have sort of various scenes on them, and they're used normally in associations with tombside or graveside gifts, so they'd be filled with oil as sort of remembrance or as an offering to the past. But here you don't really have that. What you've got is a sort of squat version with a fascinating scene there and a couple of things going on which, as I said, I want to talk about. So to start with, you might be wondering what those two creatures are. You may have guessed. They're actually ones which are quite popular in Greek art. They're griffins. But what you may not know is what's between them. That's gold. You've got a couple of griffins here guarding their gold. Easy for me to say. And you might think, why is that exactly? Well, that was actually something quite common. And it was referred to by Herodotus, for example. Herodotus talks about griffins guarding gold or being associated with gold in the northern lands. He also has another association with them. He has them fighting or being in sort of constant tension with a tribe of one-eyed men called the Arimaspians. Pliny the Elder picks this up a couple centuries later, and he also talks about the Arimaspi and how they are often at war, as it were, with the griffins over gold. And he places them in Scythia. So both writers, or rather both sources, are referring to this activity going on at the sort of edges of the known world. This wasn't something which happened in downtown Athens or Rome. And it adds to the sort of wonderful nature of it all, because those of you might know or might remember a particular tale about Herodotus and giant ants, which apparently would mine gold. In fact, I can always do a video on that, because he might actually be sort of true. Well, kind of true. It's a case of translation. In any case, that's what you've got going on here. So you've got griffins guarding gold. I wouldn't mess with them.